Camorra, the bloody crime empire and endless power struggle. The Camorra, one of Italy's oldest and most powerful criminal organizations, traces its roots to the 16th century, distinguishing itself from other mafia groups with its unique horizontal structure. Unlike the Sicilian Mafia, which is known for its rigid hierarchy and a powerful godfather at the top, the Camorra is an amalgam of over 100 semi-autonomous clans operating with considerable independence. Each family controls its own territory and activities, leading to frequent conflicts but also a resilience that makes the Camorra remarkably difficult to dismantle. The heart of Camorra's operations lies in Naples and its surrounding areas. Although the Sicilian Mafia may have global renown, the violent and relentless power struggles within the Camorra are equally notorious and brutal. The endless AK war in Naples. Naples has come to symbolize Camorra's hold over a city, where economic desperation and crime often go hand in hand. The Camorra dominates various industries, from drug trafficking to waste management, and frequently wins construction contracts. These projects, however, are often of dubious quality. Low-income housing complexes and government-subsidized projects have been constructed using cement mixed with hazardous waste, creating buildings that are unsafe for residents. This practice is not only an example of the Camorra's disregard for public welfare, but also a grim reminder of the organization's pervasive influence over Naples' economic fabric. In Naples, where 60% of port goods are unregistered and unemployment rates remain high, traditional Mediterranean architecture is eclipsed by gray, brutalist concrete structures that serve as a symbol of Camorra's chokehold over the city. Violent turf wars over drug trafficking routes and construction contracts are commonplace on the narrow streets of Naples, and these clashes are often marked by deadly shootouts with assault rifles. Ambulances responding to the scene of a shooting are often blocked by Camorra members, who prevent injured rivals from receiving medical assistance. Savino's father learned this rule the hard way. When he tried to save a young man suffering from gunshot wounds, he was nearly beaten to death by Camorra enforcers for interfering. The violence is so intense that Italian media have dubbed these ongoing battles the AK War, as many shootouts are carried out using AK-47 rifles. In the greater Naples area, there are over 110 active Camorra gangs with nearly 5,000 members, many of whom are unemployed youth drawn to crime in the absence of legitimate opportunities. A web of power and independence. One of the reasons the Camorra has been able to survive and thrive over centuries is its unique structure. Formed in the 16th century by Spanish immigrants, the Camorra's horizontally organized, decentralized system is unusual among Italian mafias. While other groups rely on a clear chain of command, Camorra's clans operate independently, making it far more difficult for law enforcement to bring the entire organization down. Arresting a high-ranking boss in the Camorra doesn't necessarily disrupt its operations, as the individual clans can continue their work unabated. These clans are loosely grouped into two factions: Urban Camorra, which dominates Naples' central districts, and rural Camorra, based in smaller towns and remote areas like Caserta. The Urban Camorra consists of small, fragmented groups that control neighborhoods and engage in activities like smuggling counterfeit goods, often with made-in-China labels. Urban clans are involved in selling pirated DVDs, counterfeit tobacco, and other black market goods. They also collect protection fees from local businesses, and violence is always on the table if anyone tries to resist. The rural Camorra, on the other hand, operates in the outskirts of Naples and enjoys deep connections with local authorities, controlling a vast network of operations across provincial towns. Camorra's women of power. One aspect that sets the Camorra apart from other Italian mafias is its active involvement of women in major operations. In recent years, women have emerged as key figures within the organization, especially as leaders when male counterparts are imprisoned or killed. From managing drug networks to overseeing finances, women have become integral to the Camorra's survival and success. In one chilling incident in May 2002, a violent feud between two long-standing rival clans culminated in a brutal shootout involving female members. 5 women from the Cava clan, including the wife and daughter of the clan leader, chased down 3 women from a rival family in a dramatic car pursuit. The Cava women opened fire, killing the 3 rivals in cold blood. In 2012, One of the most infamous female leaders in Camorra history, Raffaella Dalterio, was arrested in a massive police operation that involved helicopters and dozens of armed officers. Known as the Big Female Kitten, Dalterio took over her husband's clan after he was murdered in 2006. Under her leadership, the clan expanded into extortion, counterfeiting, drug trafficking, and waste disposal. Her criminal empire reportedly generated annual revenues of around $218 billion, with a business portfolio that included construction companies and waste management firms. Maria Licciardi, the boss of bosses. Another prominent female figure within Camorra is Maria Licciardi, often called the boss of bosses. Born in Naples in 1951, Licciardi was raised in a family that was deeply involved in the Camorra for generations. Her brother, Gennaro Licciardi, co-founded the powerful Secondigliano Alliance, a coalition of Camorra clans that controlled drug trafficking and armed robberies across Naples. Following the murders of her husband and brother, Licciardi assumed leadership, bringing a shrewd and calculated approach to her rule. She organized truces with rival clans, expanded drug trafficking routes, and even ventured into human trafficking, a business that other Camorra clans had traditionally avoided. Licciardi's decision to engage in human trafficking marked a significant and controversial shift within the Camorra. She orchestrated a trafficking operation with Albanian mafia partners, purchasing young girls for approximately $2,000 each and forcing them into prostitution. She ensured that the victims were addicted to drugs, which made them easier to control, and any girl who resisted or became worthless was disposed of without hesitation. International reach and expanding networks. Camorra's influence is not limited to Italy. It has expanded into an international network that generates billions through trafficking drugs, counterfeit goods, and toxic waste. Some reports indicate that the Camorra has even invested in real estate and construction projects in the United States and the UK, using legitimate businesses to launder their illicit profits. With a sophisticated network of offshore accounts and shell companies, the Camorra has established itself as a powerful global crime syndicate, creating a significant challenge for law enforcement agencies worldwide. The near-impossible fight against Camorra. Italy has repeatedly tried to dismantle the Camorra, with some success. In February 2016, the Italian government deployed 250 soldiers and police officers to Naples to counteract the escalating violence between Camorra clans. However, the complexity of the organization structure, combined with its ties to local politics and the vast economic influence it holds, makes it incredibly difficult to eliminate. Camorra's web of connections stretches through every aspect of Naples society, from construction contracts to waste disposal and local businesses. Despite these efforts, the Camorra remains one of Italy's most resilient and elusive mafia organizations. Its decentralized, family-based structure has made it nearly impossible to bring down in one swift strike, and its history of violence and ruthless pursuit of power ensures that its legacy will continue for years to come. The Camorra's deep roots in Naples society mean that even as members are arrested or killed, the organization will likely adapt, shift, and continue to thrive, making the fight against it a continuous and uphill battle.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. And as always, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next one.